Good evening. Happy Friday. How are you? How is everybody? Welcome in. If you are new here, I am Angie, and this is Learn Love Tarot, where I teach little mini lessons on astrology, on spirituality, on numerology, and heart healing, most importantly, because when we clean up our own vibrational frequency, we can then be able to call in the love we desire when we know that it starts with the self, and we can communicate those messages from our own heart. All right, there is fifth chakra there, throat chakra, blue throat chakra, Archangel Raphael. That sounds the judgment call with the trumpet horn. Now, even though today is 678, that's like steps. And that angel number talks about fears. So it suggests that you write, the first step is writing down your fears, decide, logic litmus test. Is it rational or irrational? Everybody has fears, okay? Especially when it comes to endings. And what I've been seeing in the collective energy of the yin and yang sides of the duality is that fearing an ending, even if it's something that is not so great for us, because it's at least familiar, right? So I'm going to be asking here, especially because we have all those planets in Gemini, which is all about communication. We just had yesterday the new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. There's a new start coming. Now, 6, 7, 8 adds up to the number 21, the world. So we have the world card here, and I'm going to be asking what bad habit or what was there a final crescendo on, that there's a successful completion. Right before a new moon, we have a balsamic moon, and that is the final before we hit that bottom part of the roller coaster of the new moon. And then my second card, the new moon in Gemini. So this is the Knight of Swords, keeping our eye on some kind of truth, something very important we're learning. So I'm going to be asking, what are we keeping our eye on that has ended? Okay, so that, what was this successful completion? Okay, and then when we get to the first quarter moon next Friday, the 14th, we do have that in Virgo. And then we have a little bit of a void of course there that kind of feels like a Mercury retrograde, but we also have a Mercury cazimi, where Mercury and the sun come into the same house, and that piece of pie, they line up and they kiss, and that makes the planet amplified, whatever the sun is hitting. So Mercury's all about communication, thoughts. And this is also a time of the first quarter moon, our commitment is tested. We're halfway up of building the tracks to the next full moon at the top. This is the Emperor, the Yang energy, making its way to the top. Halfway there, the first quarter moon says, is there anything to assess here? So I'm going to look at what potentially might be holding us up there as we approach that first quarter moon, where we assess, are we still hyped about this or not? There's some kind of epiphany, right? That could also make us see something from a new perspective. Okay. Then by the full moon on June 21st, the top of the coaster, all the 2 weeks of work has been done. At the top of the coaster, the mother energy, the Empress sees everything. Venus energy. Okay, so Venus is also still in Gemini, along with Jupiter, the Sun, and Mercury. Okay, now at this point, this is the full moon in Capricorn. So the new moon in Capricorn in January, this could be the culmination of what started at the new moon in January in Capricorn. And then that's father energy. And then June 21st, the full moon in Capricorn is the top of the coaster. Now she can look around and assess the park, and the ride that we get, right, depends on how we built the tracks. So once we're going down the coaster back to the new moon again, those tracks are built. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. So we'll look at what is this tough cycle is approaching. The end to a tough cycle approaches where you're able to see everything for what it is. And that's asking us to be bold and make the first move. It is a cardinal sign, the cardinal moon. And it's also the time we surrender and forgive. We hold gratitude for the lesson we learned. We transmute the pain of any hard lessons that we learned. And we wait for that energy to pass to get to the new moon. And then we start building the next poster. All right, so let's see where we go today. Life path number 3s. If you add your birthday, and you whittle it down to a 21. That is the world card, like I said. That is the path of connection. 2 + 1 is 3, which is the Empress, which is why we're pulling on her. Venus energy of Libra and Taurus. All the fixed signs are represented within the world. Now, there is another avenue to life path 3. If you add up your digits but do not get a 21, okay, let's say you get a 12, okay, that will be the Hanged Man and the Empress. That's still a life path 3, but it's the path of surrender. So this lifetime, you're learning how to see things from a new perspective, okay? So that's why I have the Hanged Man there out as well. What might hold us up? Or what might we be seeing from a new perspective? Okay, what are we pausing to recheck then? All right, another one. I saw a woman with a coin there on the split. And the healing, the stop, rest, and heal and rejuvenate was in reverse. So maybe we're not overgiving any longer and successfully ending a cycle of overgiving. All right, let's see what this bad habit or bad relationship, bad work situation, bad family situation, whatever it was, that final crescendo right before the new moon, whatever required healing, okay? Okay, so wow. So attachment. We talked about this big time. I had that big reading. Yes, it was long, but it's here. This is why that reading was so big. What are we putting a successful close to? See how she has her wrist is locked to that pole, and then she's looking at that mask. And you'll have to go back and watch that video. It was an ACEs read. And I went into each side of the yin and yang, or the divine masculine, divine feminine energy. We are changing, we are ending this attachment cycle. We're looking at that mask. We're looking at how it has controlled us, how maybe it has changed us from our path that our soul originally wanted us to take. And this was attachment, or what I just said, staying attached to something, even if it's icky, out of fear, because the second chakra, our orange sacral chakra, is represented by Archangel Ariel, and this is blocking our creativity, okay, because fear is also housed in that sacral chakra. We might experience that physically as back pain, lower belly cramps, right? Anything to do with our male and female organs. So there can be problems there because the fear, false evidence appearing real, manifests in our body, not just in our outside world either, literally in our internal world. And it makes us sick, okay? So this attachment, we are ending this attachment that has been blocking creativity, this attachment out of fear. And whatever this was, the 17, it's that is the 8, the 17 card is the star. So if the 8 energy is supposed to be the balance of the lemniscate. So one horse is walking, the white horse is galloping forward. That is not a balanced yin yang energy. Okay. So rushing away What are we rushing to end successfully? This old attachment. Okay, whatever we were unhealthily attached to is coming to an end. 36, the 9 is the end in numerology. And taking action towards our own balance, because whatever this attachment was, it was slowing us down. And if they're not going to run at the same pace, if that person is not going to run us in the same pace with you, therefore it throws off your own internal yin and yang. And it's time to go. All righty, here on the bottom of the deck, the garden and the gate, there is, that's a 3 and a 0. So today is our 3, our life path 3s. This is the environmental energy of today. This is making a decision. She has the key around her neck. Do I go out into the big wide world of the unknown, or do I stay here forever in the same little comfy garden? Well, even comfy gardens can become a prison if we don't ever explore anything else because of this fear, and we're staying chained to something that isn't good for us. Okay, so you unlocking the gate, collective, good for you. And in your environmental energy, look at that total difference between inside in the cave of darkness, right? And that could be the person that was going slow, and you're like, but I want to get on this path, I want to go fast. Well, they're gonna have to stay there. Pout all you want, be envious of all you want, because the gold's out here, and that's where I'm going. Okay, be a hater from a bigger distance, please. Thank you. So we are ending that attachment. We are no longer afraid. That is lovely. This other person that's going slower is staying behind. They're going to stay right in their fear where they always were. Okay, so let's look at this Knight of Swords, and communication is key. Where's this, what new start is being rushed towards? Where are you going, collective? Where are you going? What new start? I'm hearing, I'm gonna soak up the sun. Okay, going on vacation. So if you are a life path 3, life path 3s tend to be very creative, expressive, very social people, right? Always got a couple irons in the fire, very dramatic or artistic. They can be very talented there. Talent for motivational speaking and motivating others. Okay, they're very optimistic and love exploring. Oh my goodness gravy, and love. Ooh, this was in the reverse. So Archangel Michael, sexy, sexy time. Are you going to be tempted to go backwards with that 8? Okay, there's some rest and rejuvenation there on the split. If you are going to the beach, all right, I'll take that right there. Thank you. And we need some downtime here. Rush after the cycle is ended, you're probably freaking exhausted. So it's a 19 card. That could be a significant number for you. It's the card of the 19 card is the sun. That is the sun. We go to 21, which is the world, and 19 is the sun. 20 is the judgment call. Okay, so perhaps you're just taking a beat, taking a hot minute, making sure you're making this decision from a place of peace and serenity, so you don't rush back, perhaps to already what's ended. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. All right, so I'm going to go from the top here, especially. Okay, so communication is key. A new start is coming. It's a contract, Libra energy. Okay, and that is the number 6. This could be a soulmate contract. That is the number of the Lover's card. It could be a communication regarding a new start and a new contract. So in that big reading, I was going to call it the big reading, we talked about how when you build a fire, there has to be space underneath for air to circulate so that fire can go. Well, the Lovers is all about the fire, y'all. And it is a deep soulmate contract. That's usually a past life contract there as well. So that frees the space. This could be communication coming in from that past life soulmate, whether we know that person or not. What's right behind that? Indecision. It's going, so the Lover's card is about choice. You know, hey there, little Red Riding Hood. The number 8, it's going to go, oh, you know, you're in the middle there of that lemniscate. And I just said you could be like, this is a choice, and you're forced to keep your eye on what ended, because you're going to have to choose. You can't just run away. You have to finish out the lesson correctly on that contract, or else the new one can't come in. Okay. Don't go back in this fear space of, this is just an attachment wound, guys. Okay. We know the difference now between that and love. Okay. There is such thing as a trauma bond that feels very much like love. Okay. Indecision, if we haven't fully learned that lesson yet, or this 6 of nostalgia of the past, if that's what that is, if you do know this person, you know, could eventually tie you up here. So let's see, indecision. You got to figure out what you value, door to value. And that is a 4, 6, 8, 4. So pentacles are anything tangible: time, money, energy, resources, talents. This is like a stage opening up, an opportunity opening up. And that's what the Empress energy does bring. But the end of this tough cycle is approaching by the 21st, and we are going to be tested. So this just, you have to know what you value. Otherwise, you can't be tempted, because then you can stay steady in your stance, right? Rest and rejuvenation here, and the environmental energy, because of all that anxiety, that fear that builds up in your body, it makes us sick. We are not meant to be releasing the fight or flight in our bodies. It's poisonous. It's meant to give us a jolt of energy to get the F out of Dodge. But if it's circulating through your body all the time, it depletes everything. It's the C block of everything. Anything good, especially. That is not a good feeling. We need to heal from that, okay? Wow. The World in reverse. That's where this leads. If this anxiety, if we get caught up in the drama and get pulled back into that old road we've already traveled, was it Walt Whitman? Walt Whitman, The Road Less Traveled? We talked about, we already know how that story ends. It's going to get you hung up again. It's going to have the unsuccessful completion, and you're going to go through another cycle. And this card is also the Empress. A lot of times she's has a pregnant belly, so that's a seed of opportunity, a new beginning, the mother energy, taking care of ourselves. And it is a contract. It's a 29 card. It's an 11, but it's in reverse. So all of those, you've come to a dead end here. And this is us going, well, maybe it's not a dead end. That's succumbing to the fear that, well, this end of the, well, what's after the plank? I got to get in the water and swim all by myself. Yeah, that's the lesson. This, then you're just going to constantly, it's a cycle. You're going to constantly need to recover, be in anxiety again, indecision, back and forth. What do we value? Okay. June 8th, that's tomorrow. The new moon in Gemini was yesterday, 6/7. Wow. No, today is 6-7. So this could be tomorrow. Yesterday was 6-6 with the new moon in Gemini. Friday today is 6-7. This indecision is 6-8. You've been warned. At least you know it's coming. Okay. Appreciation underneath that. See the lesson for what it was. If it was a shit show at the F factory, then go, well, what was the lesson? There's still, there are thorns on that roses that can make you bleed, of course, but there was a reason we were there in the first place. Humans do not do anything without cause, even if it's a biological response. We don't realize it's happening to us. It's a fear response that's conditioned because of attachment before the age of 18 months old. And isn't that fun to think about how as adults we are continuing to play out? I mean, it fascinates me, but hashtag nerd alert. Okay, let's look at this. Commitment is being tested. All right, let's see if we can nitty gritty. I know it's going to be different for everyone. It's going to be different for everyone here. What is going to challenge us and maybe put us in action? Woman holding a heart with it upside down in reverse. Oh, that's what wanted to come out. Okay. So woman holding a heart is someone, this could be you or this could be another person, and your energy that's offering you their heart. Okay. And see how she has on this beautiful, like peachy garb. That is that sacral chakra. Okay. If this is blocked right beneath our belly button, everything else, all the chakras stacked on top of that are then blocked as well. She has a big butterfly of transformation in her fancy updo, which is like a bright lavender, and that is representative of the third eye. And I just got a beep. What could be holding you up? The 44 card is this a trauma bond? Am I done with this contract? Not knowing what your heart wants. Then you can be fooled back into another cycle. But if you know what your heart wants, do I have it here? I had like my little, oh yeah. Okay, this is not fancy. It's gotten water on it. It's old. I need to make a new one. What do you want to feel like? So if this is a new job, a new relationship, whatever this new start is, and you already experienced what you didn't want lots and lots of times, especially if that's the case for you, what do you want? If you don't know what you want, then you're going to get fooled and scared to go back into what you know deep down inside is not healthy. Anxiety is not good for anyone. So it's probably backwards for you all, but how do you want to feel in a committed partnership? I just picked up a piece of graphing paper and started writing words. Fun, supportive, uplifting, teamwork makes the dream work, healthy, healing, happy, communicative, unconventional, woke AF, respectful, spiritual, trusting, easy. Should be easy. Peaceful. Not that there's not going to be challenges, but how do you handle working on going up that roller coaster? How do you handle those challenges as a team? Or do you fight each other? Are they two different carts trying to ride the same track? That's not going to work. So I have adventurous, transparent, balanced, equal. Okay. On each side of that balance, evolving, prosperous, abundant, stability, and passionate. Those have to be equaled out. Okay. That's important. Sensual, sexy, thoughtful, practical. Yes, hot, but also grounded. Can exist in the real world Is this a team that is balanced? Okay, so just an example, but we are in the new moon manifesting, and we have up to 72 hours after that new moon to make that big manifesting wish. Okay, and by understanding what you do want, those are the things we want to focus on, because if we focus on the things we don't like, where we were at or where we currently are, you're going to get more of that, because we don't realize we're manifesting that same energy. Okay, so not knowing what your heart actually does want will tie you up. That could come up next Friday. And we do have a Mercury Kazemi, like I said, on Friday. That is where truth, Mercury is a planet of communication, thoughts, learning. It is lit up from the flow up. I forgot to look at the bottom of, there's more. Okay, that blossoming abundance in the outside energy, thinking man, 46. We don't know what we want, then that blossoming abundance going to stay outside the garden gate, and you're going to be locked inside a cage with no bars. All right, what else might they want in a second? An additional, what else might make you check in with your purpose? Thinking man. Okay. Imbalance. This is the yin and yang. This is like your commitment to balance is being tested. By Friday, are you getting the sweet nothings? Is it the, what do they call that? Not carpet zooming. What? Not carpet sweeping. What is it when they like shower you with affection and attention, and I'll be good, I'll change. What is that? Carpet. Why am I thinking carpet bagging? Why am I thinking that? It's a 22 card. So that is 2 11s. Yes, you're still a soulmate. There was a contract there, but there was a purpose of the contract. And you learn the lesson and go. If they're not going the same speed, are you going to sit and wait your whole life for them to still go at the same speed they've always gone at? At what point will we prioritize our own inner balance? Okay, so what could hold you up? Not knowing what your heart actually wants and remaining in that imbalanced energy, overthinking. Okay, we don't think with our heart. We don't think. We let our soul decide. It's the head and the heart coming together in the middle to speak and communicate our truth. Overthinking, there it is. Adjacent possibilities then are in reverse. There's so many different other ways to go. It's not just that old way. And if you're overthinking it and getting in the brain about our heart, that is out of balance. It's out of balance. And that purple door then is obstructed. Okay, it's out of reach. Okay, and that purple door, again, violet flame of intuition, 24 card, adjacent possibilities of other soulmate and contracts aren't happening. What is meant for you will never pass you by, but we can delay the crap out of it by overthinking the crap out of it. Daddy Saddy, Capricorn energy. He is here to be the disciplinarian and make sure you do the lesson. We're at 29 degrees Neptune. That is dreams, illusions. 29 degrees is the test. The final exam is coming, and the possibilities are going to be open to us or they won't. You decide. It's going to require strategy here. 21, there you are, threes. Beware of overindulgence. Okay, overindulgence could be, oh, this time around. Okay, what wanted to flip before I ask the question? There's our blue archangel, Gabriel, judgment energy. Use your voice. Know what your heart wants. Know what balances your energy, what's good for you and what's not, and communicate that. Mm, mm, mm. It's not balanced. And look at those color energies. Okay, this is our yellow third chakra of the solar plexus, our own personal divination stick with our rib cage to our happiness and our highest good, our joy. Blue throat chakra is the communication. Guess what's in the middle of those two? Our heart chakra. That's the soul. Okay. That's where that deep part, that deep soul, you know this judgment. You already know this. I'm not telling you anything new. With fifth chakra, want to not for you. Angel of love in reverse. It makes you feel bad. That love, or is that habit and fear? All right, guys, that's what might hold you up again, that old fear coming back around. Okay. Get out into the world, do some fun things, get back in our childlike energy, use that Gemini help. There's luck in tuning into that, because the planet of abundance and expansion is in that Gemini sign. Be curious. All right, the end of a tough cycle approaches. What are our cards here? What is this Empress energy here? Balance, harmony, problem solver, new beginnings, successful business adventure, the yes card, moving to our full potential. But also with that hangman of surrender, need to surrender to what your heart actually desires. Surrender to balancing it for yourself, by yourself. All right, where's this new beginning heading? What is this new beginning to come if we do balance and don't get hung up next Friday in the hangman? What is this new business venture? New business venture, the Empress. There's that beach scene again. Be able to go with the flow, sway like the palm trees. Okay, be willing to try something new and different. What is this new? Whatever this new thing is, there is your third chakra of the solar plexus. You are then able to be better guided. You're following your happiness. And look at these energies together. That's beautiful. Okay. See how there's that star there, this eclipse energy. Okay. She is no problem. She is about to burst through with this new start. It makes you very, very happy once you unblock that sacral chakra. Next is the solar plexus. Then it's the heart, right? And on up. You got to know what you want. Don't know what you got until it's gone. Why is that coming up? Environmental energy. It's the door to spirit. That's how you elevate your energy. That's how you raise your vibration. Okay, so that's 37. That's a 10. This is a 32 of change. Door to spirit. There is a dove of peace. Okay, happiness and peace. That sounds pretty dang good to me. What is this possible? Okay, we're done with those. Possibly woman with a coin. Your confidence returns. That black cat is like Queen of Wands energy. And that creative project, that new start brings in the coin, Queen of Pentacles energy. Door to personal healing and happiness right under that. Don't be deceived. Okay, this is the environmental energy that's going to compete with this. Use the lessons of the broken heart. You've been deceived before because you didn't listen to your intuition. You didn't let Metatron help you. Okay, this is talking ourselves out of the energy that's available. Okay, done with those cards. Okay, fine. Let's put you guys down here. Let's clarify. So happiness is going to be different for everybody, but it changes everything. It's the end. It's the end of the cycle. 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. New start. But this door, you have to allow this piece to come in. 2 doors, 3 doors. So it's going to be different for everyone. We got to know what we value. Some of this is spiritual lesson of discernment. And there's another dove and a rainbow behind this door to personal healing and happiness. You have the chance, this rest and rejuvenation. Okay. But then anxiety about ending this wants to ruin that and throw you off balance. Fear. Oh boy, I'm going to see what's on top of that fear. It requires a family to be dismantled, right? The 10 of Cups is someone in there with you, but 10 of Cups is also white picket fence. It's kind of an illusion. We are at 29 degrees, Neptune, dreams and illusion. It's not happiness just because there's a white fence out there that says so. Is it so? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. It's hard to walk away, but these cups are all broken, honey. They're all broken. And you're walking away from 8 of those 10. Guess what you walk towards? 2 cups, which is what you want 1, 2, which is balance, someone of equal measure to your own. Will you see it? Or will you stay dissatisfied with what's already in front of you, bookending this 10 of Cups? You don't see that. You don't see that Spirit wants to offer you this equally balanced cup to your own. Why is this double here? About with the 10 of Cups. Jealousy, strife, and competition. Instead of teamwork, there's always one person trying to hog the ball and take all the glory. You're walking away from some straight up bullshit. And it does take a lot of strength to come back into balance by transforming. This is already dead. There's the sun wanting to come up. Does it sound fun dissolving into a complete liquid after being a caterpillar? Maybe you like being a caterpillar, but it's dissolved. This is disillusion, right? It's that life is ending. 10 of Swords, it's done. You have a choice to transform and fly away into a whole new door to peace and happiness once you learn this lesson. Money, rainbows, and unicorns. I'll take that. And there's those lotuses again that we saw in reverse on that bridge. They're there now, and they're not in the dark. They're under the rainbow. Taste the rainbow. Becoming an expert, you can become an expert at this. There's joy to be had. There's fun to be had. It could have been with a King of Pentacles, Taurus energy. This could have started in Taurus season. Okay, again, it's different for everyone. Okay. Obviously, it's different from everyone. Why this devil with this 10 of Cups? What lies beneath? What's beneath this devil 10 of Cups? This is a slippery deck. So I will try my best. They need check yourself before you wreck yourself. Yeah, left hand. What was in the past is toxic. The only thing that would keep you going back to that toxicity is a trauma bond. And allowing yourself, I know it takes a long time to admit that to ourselves. Caution. Come on, this devil at the 10 of Cups. This is an illusion. I've been seeing this. Getting played. You're going to get played again and stay in that same manipulation, lies, control. That person wants to stay in the dark. They don't want to go where you're going. You are way ahead of them, collective. How much longer are you going to put your life on hold? Caution. What is this fear about leaving this illusion? Okay. What's the fear about leaving the illusion? Red lipstick stains with this devil. That they'll meet someone else. Who cares? Who cares? Sex shop in reverse. If they have POS, maybe they'll have to go to the sex shop because they don't have you anymore. Who knows? But what? Investigating red lipstick? Why the fear of leaving the illusion? You feel chained. It's an invisible chain that they can walk away at any time. Reverse. This is in your mind. You thinking, oh, they're gonna go be, having everybody in town. No, they ain't. Like, and who cares? You're gonna be over here having way more fun anyway. What's being investigated? Total drama. Insecurities. Yep, this is afraid to not leave. Oh, sexual protection. Did this person already do this in the relationship? Yeah. Whatever was in the environmental energy, keeping a promise is in reverse. What was this betrayal? What was this betrayal? Promiscuous. Sleeps around a lot. Free for all. Sleeps with your man. Male or female, doesn't matter. What was that? Betrayal? Investigating. Stop the obsession. This could be you obsessed with investigating this betrayal. It is what it is. I know it fucking sucks. I'm sorry. You're a GD bugaboo. Who cares? Investigating a bugaboo. Well, nice. Enjoying the gossip and watching the shit go down. Guess what? If you wish that karma on somebody else or you want to like make them pay, that's still not great karma for you. I understand the pain, but yeah, it's drama. It might be fun to watch with some popcorn, but I mean, that's keeping you in insecurity when you got a love story waiting right around the corner. Come on. No, no, no. Someone who's not trash, trash in reverse. Someone who ain't trash and is not a bugaboo. Left kicked to the curb. Okay. Maybe you felt kicked to the curb by this person because they did this. Obviously, this is not for everyone. All right. Let me come back away from that. Ugh. Ugh. What is this envy in the environment that wants to keep you chained inside, locked inside that garden, even though you have the key around your neck? What's locked inside the garden? Again, check yourself. Falling into pieces. Divorce. Breaking a contract. What did I say over here? What's the indecision about? This contract. The opposing energy of the lovers is 15, the devil. What do you value? Are you fighting to keep this hot mess? It's a lesson. It's around fighting for what you love. That's inside the gate, outside the gate. Environmental energy outside the gate, that's inside the gate. Breaking the contract. Claiming what's yours. Love is a battlefield. Fighting for what you do love. Fulfilling a fantasy. What you get what you want wants you. Okay. And it ain't no getting a hotel, motel, Holiday Inn in reverse. Okay. It's not that. All right. What's this thinking man all about? Why are they overthinking it? Oh, all right. Deciding if we're getting balanced. Okay. Oops. What's holding them up here? What are we overthinking? Taking away adjacent possibilities. Are you unsure if it's door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3? The thinking man. Outdated, expired, disused, old news, discarded. Why are you overthinking this? You already done. How many times we've been through the ringer here? That's what's off balance and blocking your heart. It's old news. Old news. Bank failure possibly here. Recording in reverse. Kick to the curb. Did they do this and kick you to the curb and that's why you're fighting for it? I mean, that's showed up in a reading where there was an illusioned relationship and they were just doing it out of spite or out of, well, I don't really like you, but I don't want you to have anybody else either. Don't kids do that with their toys when they're like 3? Just saying. Let's get some positive light and love in here, please, Spirit. Let's get this done here. 422. Oh, like the 4 and 4 of balance. No matter which way you add it up, 3 and 1, do what you got to do to get that balance, guys. What's on the other side of this, or what's advice from Spirit, please? Advice from Spirit, or what's on the other side? Why is this happening? Where's this new start going? End of a tough cycle approaches. Where's the new cycle going with the Empress? Self-worth. I love that. 27. It's a 9. That's 3 empresses. 3, 6, 9. Hello. Hello. It's a big old lesson, like I said. Celestial teacher, they've been, environmental energy's been trying to lead you out that garden gate. You have the lock on your neck. Unlock the gate. I told you the lesson so you can awaken. Spiritual lesson, big time, of 33, our life path 3-day transformation. That's all. All right, you guys. Love you, mean it. And I will catch you on the next one. And until then, much love from me to you. Bye-bye.